Hey everybody, the Real Behemoth here, back in with another video for Heroes of History. Today we're going to be diving into the next version update. Battle stats are here. We have been asking for it, and they are happy to bring us battle stats with version 1.6. This upcoming version will be released on the preview server on November 12th, aka tomorrow, and on the live server the next day on November 13th. Here's what's coming our way. After each battle, whether it's a glorious victory or a hard-fought loss, you'll now see battle stats buttons on the results screen. Tap it to get a breakdown of exactly what your heroes did in the heat of combat. In Arena, you'll be able to check out the stats from your arena battles right from the battle history screen. You can now better understand how each fight played out and look for ways to level up your strategies. Be your hero. P.S. The screenshots down here are from a developer version of the game. Minor changes could still happen compared to what you will see in the game. So let's take a look at the screenshots here. So this seems like just a regular campaign match, or it could even be, treasure hunt, whatever the case. And the battle stats button is on the bottom right. I think the battle stats addition is a massive, massive help and will boost us all in every aspect of the game because it'll help us strategize, use and swap different heroes around, who's performing, who's underperforming, what utilization can we have from other heroes versus the heroes we're using, that type of thing. In this screenshot, we have a look as to what the battle stats will look like. So it looks like some form of attack or damage done, defense or damage taken, and some sort of heal. And I do think it's a very, very welcomed change in addition to the game. This is something that I've been wanting since the game's been released. I think it's going to be a very beneficial thing for everybody. It looks like on the bottom there's like a hero and minions. I'm wondering if you can separate it stage by stage or what that looks like. Very curious to see if there's some sort of buttons that you can click to look at stage versus stage. I think that'll be very interesting, or if it's one big overall number. I think there are a lot of changes and additions they can definitely make to this in the future. One of the things I think that we would be welcome to see is kind of a sort of a timer where you can kind of look at the times of the battle and the damage that we've done in X amount of time. I think it'll be really beneficial in seeing some of the support units being used, seeing how they perform. So for example, if Margaret has her initial charge at, let's say it's 3 seconds, and it lasts for 7 seconds, I think it'd be really cool to see from that 3 to 10 second range, so to speak, and see how much of a damage increase the rest of our heroes had compared to the first 7 seconds or 3 seconds, whatever it is, right? I think it'll be really cool to see if we can compare it like that. The other aspect of it too is I'd really like to see how much the dot damage is doing. So for those of you who don't know what dot damage is, it is damage over time. So this is your burn, your bleed, your poison, etc. I'm sure that they're going to come up with additional dot damage things in the future. And I think it'd be really cool to add an extra button or few for heroes that do have that type of damage, so we can see the damage differences between their regular skill cast versus their dot damage, or something along those lines and of that nature. I think that would be a very cool change and addition that we can also see to this screen. But overall, very welcome change. I think this is going to be very helpful for all of us to really figure out what heroes we want to use in specific matches as well. Especially, not to mention, if we're able to really see these details for every single hero, we can test heroes out at specific levels, really compare them to one another. I think the tier lists that I've created are going to change slightly but surely, using these battle stats. So very welcome change. Looking at the last screenshot, this looks to be like an arena screenshot. So you're looking at your results page and there's a battle stats button just underneath your point increase or decrease there. So we can kind of compare what enemy heroes did versus our heroes. And I think this is going to be really interesting to see because I believe a lot of us are going to end up using the same teams, and it'll create more meta type teams that everyone seems to use because they do perform the best, quote unquote. So I think that's going to be very interesting to see the changes that come to arena defense teams and attack teams. I really do believe that that's going to be a major change in this upcoming update. I think a lot of us are really going to pay a little bit more attention as to what heroes are actually arena pushers, arena defenders, etc. So I hope you guys enjoyed kind of my thoughts, ideas, suggestions for the future, and kind of a little bit of an overview into battle stats. Very, very happy that this change is coming, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of strategies we all come up with in our team compositions moving forward. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you in the next one. Please leave a like and subscribe.